And I know that it's a business for you guys, just like it's a business for me, but I never feel like I'm a number or a dollar to you.
Good. That's perfect.
My name is Teresa Allison, and I have been a nurse for 10 years, and I am an operating room nurse. I've been traveling for a year. I went my first assignment to Ketchikan, Alaska, and I arrived there February 26th of 2018.
Clearly, I am not Jake Brower. Jake is much more attractive than I am, but I'm going to fill in for Jake today since he's out of the office. And I thought it'd be fun since this is by far my favorite piece of content that we produce. Let's start off first with, how did you meet Jake for the first time, or how did you first connect with Jake?
Well, it was a fluke, but I feel like it was meant to be. So I saw another nurse's review on a Facebook page, and I messaged Jake in a private message, and I said, I'm thinking of traveling, and I would like you to be my recruiter. And that's how I met Jake.
All right. He's only been recruiting for 2 years now, but he has lived a very interesting life. And it seems like, and you had alluded to this a little bit, that this, as much as the other things were his calling too, like he was meant to do this job.
Yeah, I believe he was meant to do this job. And just like I believe I was meant to be a nurse. I feel like it's a calling of my life. Nursing is very taking care of people, and we all know that. But I feel that Jake takes care of his nurses.
What we do for you is a very personal relationship, because what you do at the hospital is a very personal relationship. And to have that disconnect between a recruiter and a nurse when everything that you do every day is so personal, it doesn't fit.
I've kind of always been a little bit of a gypsy. My first trip across the country was in 1978 in a Jeep with a guy, and then I moved to California in 1981, and I've moved around the country. I lived in Canada, so I've always had that gypsy spirit. Why I became a nurse, I used to be a surgical technician. I raised my family, got a divorce, and said, okay, I have to figure out a way I'm gonna support my family. I always wanted to be a nurse, went to nursing school at 50 years old. And like I said before, I truly feel it's a calling on my life. I live in a small community. Ketchikan is an island that's about 30 some miles long. The island is Revilla Island, and the town is about 8,000 people. The cruise ships stop there, and the population goes up. So our busiest time there in that hospital is in the summer. I think it's just learning new procedures and feeling, I like to feel part of the team. And sometimes, unfortunately, some hospitals, some staff can't see that you're there to help them. They're resentful. And I would say that might be a difficult part. But I truly feel that, I kind of stay neutral and be friendly, and that would probably be the hardest part. The easy part is just taking care of your patients, building relationships, and doing the adventures that where you're at has to offer. I can drive 10 miles up the road and be on my favorite beach, Coast Guard Beach, and collect sea glass and see sea lions and whales. I mean, I went on a fishing trip last summer, and I have videos of the whales just like right there by our boat, and it's just a phenomenal thing. If I was younger, I think I would go live off the grid in Alaska.
And you could totally do that there.
I know.
Absolutely.
Yes. In January of 2020, I'm actually going for 4 weeks on the Mercy ship and doing a mission.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I think that there's a chance I will go back to Ketchikan for the summer because the money is good, and I can save to be off work till I travel to Africa, travel back, and work there, it's probably going to be 2 months off work.
Being a travel nurse affords you that.
To do that.
Yeah, it affords you that luxury.
Yes.
So you have the luxury, you have the ability to do that.
Yes.
With that now. So
yeah. Atlas is where you belong.
Love it. Love it.
I truly believe that.